What is the CHIPS Act? Have you ever wondered how the United States plans to regain its edge in technology and manufacturing? The answer lies in the CHIPS Act, officially known as the Creating Helpful Incentives to Produce Semiconductors and Science Act. This law was passed in August 2020 and aims to bring semiconductor manufacturing and research back to the U.S. So why are semiconductors so important? These tiny chips are found in almost all modern electronics, from smartphones to cars and even military equipment. Over the years, much of the world's chip production has shifted to other countries, particularly in Asia. In fact, the U.S. share of global semiconductor manufacturing has dropped from around 40% in the 1990s to just 12% today. The CHIPS Act seeks to reverse this trend. The law allocates about $53 billion in direct funding for semiconductor manufacturing and research. This includes additional billions for related science and technology programs. Companies that invest in U.S. chip production can receive grants, loans, and a 25% tax credit on their investments. However, this funding is only for projects within the United States. Companies cannot use this money to expand chip manufacturing in certain foreign countries, especially those deemed a national security risk. From a capitalism perspective, the CHIPS Act marks a notable change in how the U.S. government interacts with private industry. Traditionally, capitalism relies on market forces and competition to drive innovation. However, the CHIPS Act uses government funding and incentives to guide private investment towards specific industries and technologies. Supporters argue that this approach is necessary for national security, economic stability, and technological leadership. Critics may see it as the government favoring certain companies, which could distort competition. The act also focuses on workforce development and education, aiming to train more individuals for jobs in semiconductor manufacturing and related fields. This is essential to address the shortage of skilled workers needed to support a growing domestic chip industry. In practical terms, the CHIPS Act is expected to lead to the establishment of new chip factories and research centers across the U.S. This initiative will create jobs and reduce reliance on foreign suppliers. For companies, it presents an opportunity to lower the cost of building new facilities while benefiting from government support in a highly competitive global market. Overall, the CHIPS Act is a significant government initiative designed to boost U.S. semiconductor manufacturing and research. It uses financial incentives to attract private investment. While it aligns with capitalist principles by supporting business growth and innovation, it also involves a higher level of government involvement than is typical in a purely market-driven economy.